during the calm before the storm.
Life-threatening storm surge and winds in the northwestern Bahamas.
2019, Freeport Carnival, praying for the best.
And in the wake of the devastation, we've hosted countless shows. We've interviewed numerous individuals. We've covered every angle and shared everyone's stories.
The whole roof came off.
Now, 5 years after Hurricane Dorian, we are telling our story.
We need to move now. Let's go now.
You can see we make it out of the hurricane.
I wasn't imagining this.
I was scared. I didn't know if I was staying or coming crying.
This was a storm like no other.
Join us for a Hurricane Dorian special as we take you into the eye of the newsroom. See what we endured behind the scenes during our relentless 72-hour live coverage from before and after the deadliest storm in our nation's history.
Outside is actually flooded.
This is more than a documentary. It's our journey, a testament to our dedication and our commitment to you. Airing September 1st on the only station that kept you informed during the worst storm in the history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, a shooting in Bimini leaves one man dead. Plus, the coalition of concerned citizens weigh in on the GBPC rate increase saga. And a Lewis Yard family mourning the loss of their loved one. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight, we begin with a broad daylight shooting that has left one man dead on the island of Bimini. The area's member of parliament is speaking out as police launch their preliminary investigations. Ramiko Knowles has the details.
Gunshots rang out on the island of Bimini shortly after noon on Thursday, resulting in the death of a man. Detective Chief Superintendent of Police and officer in charge of the criminal investigations, Darrell Ware, confirming that police were alerted to the incident just after 12 p.m.
Officer from the Bimini Division was related to a shooting that occurred in the fishing village Marina, which is situated in North Bimini. Officers responded, where they met a lifeless male with apparent gunshot wound to the face. This male was later examined by medical practitioners and pronounced dead.
In response to the violent act, Kingsley Smith, Member of Parliament for West Grand, Bahama and Bimini, expressing his dismay.
This island community prides itself on being the gateway of the Bahamas. Incidents such as the one earlier does not bode well for our reputation. Equally so, it is not a representation of who we are as an island community. But I wish to assure residents and visitors alike that this matter is being taken very seriously. It is being closely monitored. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is sending additional resources and will be on island today to assist with investigations.
The identity of the victim has not yet been released. However, MP Smith is extending his condolences to the victim's family and loved ones.
I also wish to express my condolences to the family of the deceased. Although it's difficult today to see beyond the sorrow, may looking back in memory help comfort you tomorrow.
The incident marks the second shooting death on the island of Bimini. Detective Ware stating that he is confident that police will resolve the case swiftly.
With the help of the Bimini community, we are hoping to bring a speedy closure to this matter.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Also from the police beat, officers on Grand Bahama confiscated 2 high-powered weapons during a routine patrol on Wednesday, August 15th at 5:30 p.m. Preliminary reports indicate that officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit were on patrol at Graveyard Corner in Martintown, 8 Mile Rock, when they observed a group of males congregating in an abandoned building. The officers approached and they fled. However, after searching the building, 2 high-powered firearms were discovered. One of the weapons contained ammunition. This matter remains under active investigations. In other news, 2 civic groups joining the multitude of individuals taking a stand against the Grand Bahama Power Company's rate increase proposal. In this report with our Jolanda Thompson-Everest, the coalition concerned citizens alongside the Grand Bahama Christian Council are now voicing their concerns on the matter.
Pastor Eddie Victor, the president of the Coalition of Concerned Citizens, uniting with the Grand Bahama Christian Council to address the Grand Bahama Power Company's proposal to increase the electricity base rate for consumers by 6.3%. Victor argues that residents in the outlying settlements ought to be more informed, emphasizing that only IRCA, the regulatory authority, has the power to approve any rate hikes.
West Grand Bahama, East Grand Bahama, Pindus Point, Lewis Yard, Hunters, Mocktown, Williamstown, Maidatown, Smith Point. These are settlements and areas that are outside of Freeport where there are Grand Bahama Power Company Emera customers. Now, which means that these areas cannot receive any type of increase in their electricity rates unless IRCA approves it.
Victor mentions that residents residing outside the port's jurisdiction received an increase from the storm recovery charge back in 2022, and he claims that the increase should have been approved by the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority alone.
If I am outside of Freeport, Grand Bahama Power Company Emera cannot increase my rates.
The president furthering that he is also aware of the 1993 West End Agreement, where the GBPA has a regulatory control over the Grand Bahama Power Company, which allows them to regulate settlements outside of Freeport. But Victor says the law has changed.
The law changed in 2015, and subsequently the law changed in 2024. With the Electricity Act, there were amendments that were done.
President of the Christian Council, Reverend Kenneth Lewis, giving the council's view on the proposal.
The power company entered into an agreement with another company to create a solar farm that would produce 10 megawatts of power. That's free power from the sun. And so our understanding is that should reduce the cost of power generation, not increase it.
Both organizations disclosed they are not against the Port Authority, the power company, nor the government, and that they understand that businesses must make profits. However, the question is, how big should the profit be? For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thank you, Jolanda. Well, the construction of the new Freeport Health Campus is having a positive impact on unemployment. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, during a tour of the site, referenced the significant job opportunities emerging from the project, noting that the economic impact is being felt island-wide. With vertical construction about to commence, the Prime Minister anticipates even more job opportunities as the project progresses through its phases.
They're all here working, and I'm advised as of this date, there are approximately over 110 persons working directly on the site with an additional 50 or 60 indirectly. And as we get out of the ground, because this is the core structure, this is the superstructure that we're standing on, that is mostly complete. When you get to now the other parts of blocking up and the interior, I expect that number to be increased furthermore.
Meantime, Carnival Corporation is launching a major recruitment drive for its upcoming private cruise port, Celebration Key on Grand Bahama. The company will begin an island-hopping recruitment tour next month as it prepares to open the port in 1 year. Shane Stubbs has the details in this report.
Celebration Key is expected to create 700 jobs on Grand Bahama, according to a statement from Carnival. The recruitment tour kicks off on September 7th at the Grand Lucayan Resort on Grand Bahama before continuing to other islands, including Andros, Long Island, Nassau, Abaco, Cat Island, and San Salvador. Mariel Johnson, lead recruiter for Celebration Key, says Carnival is looking to build a diverse team that reflects the Bahamas. The recruitment events will offer Bahamians the chance to explore career opportunities in various fields, from managerial and supervisory roles to housekeeping, lifeguarding, maintenance, IT, and much more. The application process will be conducted electronically, but Celebration Key executives and human resources personnel will be present at each event to assist job seekers. Carnival says the initiative underscores its commitment to maximizing opportunities for the local community, with at least 75% of retail and food beverage outlets at Celebration Key set to be owned and operated by Bahamians. The cruise port, set to open in summer 2025, is projected to bring 2.2 million guests to Grand Bahama each year, generating a significant boost in economic activity. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
A family is in mourning following the tragic death of their loved one who passed away during a recent fishing expedition. That story, sports, and more, all coming up right after this.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Are you ready for a new adventure? Well, the Royal Caribbean Coco Key is looking for a senior lifeguard. Meet the team on Monday, August 19th at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the YMCA on Settlers Way.
The Grand Bahama Utility Company wishes to advise that a portion of Explorers Way will be closed between Coral Road and Columbus Drive on Friday, August 16th between the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Motorists are asked to use alternative routes where possible. The Grand Bahama Utility Company apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Foresight IT Professionals is offering back-to-school deals on all desktop and laptop computer systems, starting at just $4.99. Packages include printer and accessories. It's a great time to purchase that home or office computer. Phone 602-0946 or 813-3355. Foresight IT Professionals, your IT products and services resource.
Looking for some end of summer fun? Bring the kids ages 4 to 12 to the free end of summer movie night at Port Lacaya Marketplace this Saturday, April 17th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The first 200 kids get pizza, popcorn, and goodie bags, prizes and surprises all night long.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Diary of a Pastor's Wife, authored by Lady Eleanor Williams, is a go-to book that epitomizes a leading lady to your assigned congregation. A book of virtue, strength, and dignity, and all the spices on what it takes to be a seasoned-led lady. This bestseller can be found at Logos Bookstore, Arbor Bay, Bible Bookstore, Palmdale Shopping Center, Book World, Marquis Street in Nassau, and in Freeport, Bellevue Bookstore, H&L School Supplies in Bethel's Bookstore, and in Marsh Harbor at Fruit of the Vine, and also on Amazon. For more information, call 1-242-443-3227 or at www.eleanorlwilliams.com. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Bahamians from across the nation converging on Sweetens Key for the Back to Sweetens Key homecoming. Attendees described the event as a vibrant celebration of Bahamian culture filled with community spirit and festivity. Shelia Rold reports.
From the sweet sounds of Bahamian music to the Bahamians embracing the culture is what was on display at the Back to Sweetens Key homecoming. This homecoming event is to rebuild the key.
I see why they call it Sweeten Key. This is a sweet little land, yeah?
After seeing the devastation to Sweetings Key after various natural disasters, residents of the community say it was time to come together to find a way to rebuild their home. They said homecoming festivals were successful on other islands, so the committee decided to have a homecoming festival.
The festival was brought on by persons in the community. We come together to, we thought it was fit that every other settlement was having their homecoming, and so we decided to put on our homecoming after many years of hiccup.
This event is it's more than just an entertainment event, but it represents the rebuilding of Sweetens Key.
There's no festival in the Bahamas without Bahamian cuisine, like macaroni, conch rice, and fried lobster. Residents say that this day was to eat good food and to socialize with their peers.
I enjoy myself, I eat some good food. Hey, lobster season, we eat some good food, yeah. Lobster and macaroni and them things, what we call potato salad and thing. We enjoy ourselves.
I came to see the entertainment and play some games and actually fellowship with a few of our friends. You know. My favorite part about the homecoming is everybody treated me here like family. I was here last year. The president is a good friend of mine, and I decided to come to support him.
The sweet sounds of rake and scrape captivating the crowd was an exciting sight. KB, a veteran Bahamian artist, say that when he sees Bahamians embracing our culture, it brings him great joy.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Ain't nothing better than seeing Bahamians embracing their own things, enjoying it. Rake and scrape is making a grand move to the sky, man.
As this year's homecoming was a success, residents say that they can't wait to see how this homecoming festival expands in the coming years. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule. Looks like a great time. Thank you, Shalia. Well, now we end our news segment tonight on a sad note. A Lewis Yard family is in mourning following the tragic death of Patrick Bevins, who passed away during a recent fishing expedition. Known for his warmth and passion for fishing, his sudden loss has left a profound void in the lives of his loved ones, who are now left to cherish the fond memories they shared. Raven Davis reports.
He was that uncle everyone can hang out with.
He was a man full of light and life. Patrick Bevins, affectionately known as Hammer or Casanova, had his light tragically dimmed at the age of 65. Bevins is described as a passionate construction worker and fisherman who enjoyed catching curbs and whelks. However, his recent fishing trip, meant to be a joyful outing, resulted in his death on August 14, despite the family's hope for a positive outcome.
My first thought was, boy, he's in High Rock. Tomorrow I hope you'll see him. And he row and say, boy, I got left up there. I had to find my way down back to Hunters. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Family members say Bevins was a devoted father to one daughter and a loving grandfather. Known for his compassion and generous spirit, relatives fought to hold back tears while reflecting on his life.
He was a family man. He was a small man in stature with a big heart, because he loved his family. And you could get from him whatever you wanted, as long as he have it.
Even always when we have an occasion going on, he would find a way of taking a plate of food to someone. And that's the kind of person he was.
And everywhere I buck him, anywhere, he would always embrace me with a hug, "Cuz, I love you." And I would say the same thing back to him, "I love you too."
Grandnephew John Bevins says the loss has prompted the family to come together with a renewed sense of reflection.
For those that are still present, that we should just, come together. It's time to unify and put all things to rest. Looking back at it, I feel like I could have made a more genuine attempt just to see how he was doing, because It's honestly tough.
Now the family says Bevins will be deeply missed, but they find comfort in knowing that he passed away doing what he loved. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now, there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt. It's buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon ranch for just $6.99 with that. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
B&B Galaxy Waste Management Company is a family business established in 1980 by the late Stephen Roll. As a young black entrepreneur, he was contracted by the Grand Bahama Port Authority to manage the wastewater treatment plant here on the island of Grand Bahama. His wife and son has taken his vision and business to another level.
Today, B&B Galaxy is one of the leading waste management companies with services in septic tank, grease trap, and marine pumping, blowing storm drains, sanitary wells, unclogging drain lines, portable toilet rentals, sanitation and janitorial services, and hand wash stations. With services in Grand Bahama, Abaco, and New Providence,
Call us at 352-7869 or visit us at number 14 Oak Street, Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to Sports. We've got updates in tennis, plus the WNBA, but let's take a look at track and field. Team Bahamas is gearing up for the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru. Here's assistant coach Ravano Ferguson on what he expects from this year's team.
All in all, we've done several fitness tests with our athletes, and they prove fitness that they're very capable of running fast times when we get ready to go to Lima.
With a talented 16-member roster, the veteran coach believes this team is primed and ready to shine on the world stage.
You have Carlos Browns, you have the Zion Millers, you have the Andrew Styles right here from Grand Bahama. So we're looking for these, not to mention Cheyenne DeMary, we have a lot of quality athletes that are very capable of performing at high levels, and we just want to see what they're capable of on the world stage.
On the men's side, the team will feature Jeremiah Adderley, Carlos Brown, Taj Brown, Justin Hanna, Zion Miller, Tayshawn Robinson, Andrew Styles, and Brendan Vanderpool. And on the female side will be Olympian Shania Adderley.
If you're looking for a show that inspires...
Weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, will be back right after this.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Touch Productions presents the 20th anniversary Say 99 stand-up comedy live featuring David Wallace.
And then there was this lady in church for 4 hours. She was speaking in tongues. All she was hollering out was the Hyundai with tire. They found her after church and she drove a Hyundai and she had a flat tire on it.
It's all hosted by Will Stubbs. It all goes down Friday, August 16th. Showtime at 8 p.m. Tickets VIP $35, general $30. And on Saturday, August 17th, showtime at 8 p.m. Tickets VIP $25, general $20. It's all going down at Taino Beach at Pirates Cove. Ticket location, Island Yogurt, 17 Shop, Pirates Cove, Frank's Ice Cream. For group rates, contact 727-4282. Again, that's 727-4282. Part proceeds to aid Quentin Roll Medical. So don't miss the 20th anniversary of Say 99 stand-up comedy live.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Facebook friend of the day. We hope you enjoyed your birthday today and we wish you many more. Also special birthday greetings going out to Anushka Roll from the entire team here in the north. Of course, we love you and we hope you enjoyed your day. We're also joining in the celebrations for Canon Curtis Robinson as he celebrates 44 years in the ordained ministry. Congratulations going out to you, Canon. And with that, we end the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Azure Quant. The National Report is coming your way next.
Looking for a show that inspires, encourages, and lifts up the soul, then Rhythm of Faith is the show for you. Listen, we have music from right here in the 242.
That's why I live on my life. Do you hear the sound of worship?
also have music all the way from the motherland. The Artist of the Week showcase, persons that gives you the story behind the song. Check it out. Rhythm of Faith. Rhythm that inspires. Catch Rhythm of Faith, Sundays, 6 p.m., ZNS Television Network.
Get ready for a night of excitement and innovation. The final episode of the Small Business Development Center's pitch competition is coming your way Monday, August 19th at 8 p.m. on ZNS TV 13. So who will claim the top spot? Will it be Team Electric, Team Lightbulb, Team Microchip, Team Quantum, Team Engine, or Team Explorer? Tune in to see which team emerges as the winner in this thrilling showdown of young innovators. Don't miss out. Mark your calendars for August 19th at 8 p.m.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, shantytown dwellers, some of them cash-strapped, given until the end of the month to vacate. Hear why Japanese vehicles may be easy on the pockets, but they have a bad rap in the eyes of insurers and even the government. UB staffers not letting up, the group again hitting the pavement in protest of outstanding monies. Their union leader advancing their plight. And in sports, local teams finish off summer series winless. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akash Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. We begin tonight with news from the police, who at this hour on a scene west of Albany. And this following reports that the body of a man had been found. Following the story for us is our LaDon Davis, who's coming live from the scene. LaDon?
That's right, Makushla. The lifeless body of a male-to-be in his mid-20s was found submerged in waters near the Old Stewart's Cove here in Albany around 4 this afternoon. Now, a press briefing just ended moments ago, and we now go to that press conference where Assistant Commissioner of Police Roberto Goodman gave us an update.
Sometime around 4:25 p.m. today's date, police will receive a report from Police Control Room reference a body being submerged in this location at the southern area of the Old Stewart's Cove. As a result of the information that they will receive, they have contacted the Marine Support Unit along with officers from the Western Station who came to this area. On arrival at this area, officers would have observed an adult male, submerged in waters near to an abandoned building. EMS was also contacted. Along with those officers and EMS, they was able to retrieve this body from the waters, where officers noticed on this body that it had multiple what appeared to be stab wounds about the body. Also that this body was also bound by the hands and feet. What I can tell you now is that we're still at the early stage of this investigation. This male appears to be in his early, maybe but mid-20s or late 20s. We're actively investigating this matter at this particular time, and we ask that anyone who could assist us at this time that they can call us at CID at 502-9911 at 502-9975.
Now, Makushla, this brings the country's murder count to 81 for the year. Reporting from Albany for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.
Well, thanks, LaDon. Now, over on Bimini, a man loses his fight to live after being shot. Based on preliminary investigations, it was around noon today that police found the 32-year-old at the Fisherman's Village Marina in North Bimini unresponsive with an apparent gunshot wound. The district medical doctor visited the scene, examined the victim, and confirmed he had died. Officers now searching for a 28-year-old man in connection with the incident. Back here in the capital, an off-duty police officer is left to nurse injuries following an early morning shooting on Wednesday. From all reports, the officer was driving along Gladstone Road near Bellot Road around 1 a.m. when he heard multiple gunshots. Soon after, he began feeling pain to the upper body and realized he had been shot. EMS personnel took the officer to hospital, where at last report his condition was listed as serious. The matter's being actively investigated. Still on crime news this evening, a major drug seizure leads to the arrest of a 43-year-old man. Police confirming that 42 pounds of suspected marijuana worth an estimated $42,000 were found at a home on Kings Crescent off Blue Hill Road around 5 p.m. Wednesday. Investigations into that matter continue. On a much lighter note, the Ministry of National Security wrapping up its annual summer explosion this evening at the Foxhill Community Center. The event providing numerous educational opportunities for the youth. Our Desmond Saunders joins us with more. Good evening, Desmond.
Well, pleasant good evening, Crystal. I'm coming to you live from the Foxhill Community Center. The Ministry of National Security wrapping up its 6-week summer explosion camp. Thousands of young people from the inner city immersed in the skills and areas of art, music, and culture. Joining me live on the broadcast, I have the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe. Before we talk about the camp, Mr. Monroe, let's talk about crime, a very disturbing trend that we're seeing here in our country. I believe the homicide count stands at 80. What has been done? What are those initiatives by your administration to reduce crime and to reduce the fear of crime?
Well, in terms of the crime strategy, this is one of them. We have articulated there's a 5-pillar approach, prevention being the first pillar, the most important pillar, and this is it. In the community centers, 3 already in the communities. 1 is going up and is close to completion in Nassau Village, set for Mount Moriah, scoping for Freetown, Angliston, Centerville. This is about engaging young people before they choose the wrong path. And that's the reality of what crime is about, people getting on the wrong path. We say this is all of government, all of society effort. So society has to help us with prevention. It is your children. It is our children. So we have to prevent them from going wrong. Where they go wrong, we enable and resource the police to go and catch them. And then we prosecute them, then we punish them, then we rehabilitate them. We're working to improve every single one of those pillars every single day. But each one of them requires the assistance of the public.
Thank you very much. The Minister of National Security joining me live on the broadcast this evening. The Ministry of National Security summing up, ending its National Summer Explosion Camp where thousands of young persons were empowered this summer. Makusla, back to you in the studio.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Still to come, aggressive roadworks continue. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
In the chaos of our daily lives, it's easy to be caught up in the rush. But when you're behind the wheel, remember, rushing can lead to disaster. Don't rush. Take your time. Remember, your life and others depends on it. Slow down. Stay alert and arrive alive. Because in the race of life, it's not about how fast you get there, but how safely.
This message is brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
together when everybody on. Fried chicken we a pre, bucket for the crew. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Crispy original when we online. Bucket together under the new dance craze. Taste the explosion bursting with flavor.
KFC Summer Bucket Deals. 8 pieces of fried chicken and 4 biscuits for $20. Add family fries, a 2-liter switcher, and 4 pineapple biscuits to your mega summer bucket for $30. It's finger licking good.
Bam! I got him! What you playing? Cinema classic, y'all.
Girl, you see him? You see him? Oh, that's my dream man right there.
Listen, the only man I just dream about is Percy. Him and his pension plan just keep me smiling in my sleep. That's right. Percy get a pension plan where you could win up to $1,000 a week for a year.
Can you lie?
No, ma'am. Every time you deposit $20 on your verified Island Game account during July and August, you automatically enter to win one of 13 pensions. God, Percy is my dream man. Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
Did somebody say Percy?
Working on your account and ride the easy train at Percy's Island Game.
This is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready, simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars in Oaksville, Carmichael, East Street South, and the Charles Sanders Highway. See Little Caesars BS on Facebook and Little Caesars Bahamas on Instagram for more info.
Pizza.
Baby, guess what?
What?
I done booked the place, the photographer, and I didn't finish the guest list.
You know you're 8 weeks pregnant, right? Why are you planning a baby shower already?
It's a gender reveal. The shower come later.
The way we welcome babies may change, but protecting your baby through immunization will never go out of style. Safeguard yourself and your baby, both during and after pregnancy.
A message from CAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Canadian Government, the Caribbean Development Bank, and USAID.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch today's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Free monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
News is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
The move to eradicate unregulated communities across the country advancing as another round of demolitions of hundreds of structures is on the horizon. Corval Pie from tonight on the latest one of these communities where residents are racing against the clock to find a new place to call home.
Normally, you'd find these communities along deserted areas, but not the Tiwa Shantytown. This one exists right here along the busy stretch of Cowpen Road, where right inside these premises, there are hundreds of structures that are unregulated, and officials say these structures must be torn down. Many of these structures are homes to the hundreds of residents that live here. In the best of weather conditions, these surroundings would be undesirous, and at the height of summer and the sweltering heat, they are miserable. There is no adherence to building codes. These dwellings were built without permits. Electrical wiring, where it does exist, is shoddy at best, and there are no visible indicators of any plumbing. Craig Delancey, Building Controls Officer at the Ministry of Works, assures this community poses significant danger.
The houses are very tightly constructed and there's very little room for passage, which causes a tremendous fire hazard in the event if a fire was to take place.
But as is often the case, the residents, like these two men who spoke to ZNS News, both 60-plus years old, have called this place home for more than 10 years. Neither is sure where they will go, and both say they need more time.
This morning, yesterday and this morning, I looking for house I cannot find. Please, give people a chance to maybe by 20, maybe by couple month again. Behman look for a house too, he can't find. One Behman, they tell me this morning, he say, no house for people. He say, government must build house for people went.
Time for them and the others to relocate is winding down. Their notices give them until August 28th to vacate. They're not happy about it and even less certain about where they'll end up.
Man who charged with that, put me here. I come in here myself. I don't come in here myself. Somebody who charged for that put me here. I look in, I don't find where to go now. I don't know. Any God could send me if anyone send me.
Well, we just want to admonish persons in these areas that don't wait for us to come to you, that you should make preparation to try and relocate as soon as possible, because we may end up being in your area at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Although many of them are still uncertain about where they will go next, residents of the Tiwa Shantytown have less than 2 weeks before they have to be gone. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Small Japanese vehicles, the go-to for criminals, with police reporting a notable rise in the use of these compact cars and petty thefts to more serious offenses. It's a rising concern that's forced local dealers to sound the alarm. Devontae Hanna is on the story.
Tonight, police say small Japanese cars are becoming the vehicle of choice for criminals.
Crimes against person, we can say property crimes, whether it be armed robberies, house breaking, stealing. All of those matters includes those type of vehicles.
Chief Superintendent Anton Raming, head of the Criminal Investigations Department, argues the affordability and unobtrusive size make them, in some cases, ideal for illicit purposes. This as police continuously report car theft involving vehicles like the Nissan March, Note, and Cube, and most recently, a white 2014 Nissan Latio.
The warning that I would give to persons who similarly have those vehicles is to ensure that at all times they are aware of where their keys are. Their vehicles are parked in areas that are well lit. Persons can possibly take a look at having their vehicles outfitted with trackers, so that if the vehicles are stolen, that there will be some means for them or the police to be able to know the location of those vehicles.
His claim backed by Bahamas Motor Dealers Association's president, Ben Albury, who expressed concerns over the trend. He's advising potential buyers that while these cars are popular for their economical benefits, they can pose a threat to all stakeholders.
Higher insurance costs, a big black market for parts, which is also what drives the insurance costs higher. You have people that have accidents and aren't able to source parts to repair the vehicles, so the vehicles get discarded. Of course, it causes a big blow to the government as far as revenue is concerned.
Albury says the ballooning market for the cars has also created an illegal purchasing ring that in some cases can leave consumers on the bad end of the stick.
But we would like to see people coming into the industry who get a proper business license, who pay NIB, who bear the same expenses that we do. And, you know, people give some of these guys money, they disappear, they never get their vehicle, or they get a vehicle that's substandard. When they try to find the person again, the person's nowhere to be found.
So, with concerns expressed, where should the average consumer turn?
I would suggest that they try to deal with reputable used car dealers, people that have a storefront, people that are in business, people that you can check on to see what their reviews are like.
As law enforcement continues to investigate and address this issue, they are urging members of the public to report any suspicious behavior associated with these cars to curb their misuse. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Meantime, some reprieve for motorists. Officials predict that roadworks here in the capital should be all completed within a few months. Works Minister the Honorable Clay Sweeting gave us this update.
We completed Eastern Road. We're back to Tony Darling's Highway. We're going to complete that, and then we'll complete. We have 7 subcontractors that are doing inner city roads, and then we have the major thoroughfares being completed by the government entity. So we should pave 65 miles of road this year. Usually you only do about 25 miles, so we're being aggressive with this. We just finished Harold Road last week, and you'll see next major thoroughfare would be Joe Farrington Road, which would include a water mains and also a new thoroughfare there.
Works will also be carried out on the busy Gladstone Road thoroughfare.
We completed all of the technical aspects of it. It was always the funding issue that would then, whether or not we would look at a PNP proposal or government funding, but we complete all the technical aspects of that. But in the meantime, we're doing what parts of the road network is necessary to ensure that we have proper road network throughout New Providence.
University of the Bahamas workers not pleased that they haven't had the opportunity to finalize a salary review. The employees staging a protest on UB's campus this morning, led by Bahamas Public Services Union President Kingsley Ferguson, who says his team presented their own salary proposal to UB.
Today we are agitating for the review from 2007. We expect consideration to be given from that particular time to this very date. The particulars that the minister indicated that will take place for public servants, while this may be an organization aside, it is subsidized by the Bahamas government. And so we expect that the government will do right by the people that we do represent.
The BPSU anticipates the problem being rectified as soon as possible.
If monies are going to be spent, let it be an across-the-board situation. Monies are needed for the salary review. We expect that the salary review would be forthcoming.
Now, Labor and Public Service Minister, the Honorable Pugh Glover-Roll, indicated in a press release last month that the government is currently conducting a salary review across the public service, and at the end of the process, salary adjustments will be rolled out to reflect the objective of maintaining competitive compensation and benefits for all public servants. She noted in that very same release that she reached out to Bahamas Public Service Union President to clarify this matter.
One of the things that we have literally crafted is we spent last...
Well, the high cost of local prescription drugs and medication have not gone unnoticed by the Bahamas Pharmaceutical Association. President Dr. Marvin Smith says they're in the process of sending a document on product security to the government to get to the root cause of the issue.
One of the things that we have literally crafted is we spent the last couple of months looking at a document, and we actually have a paper that we are in its final stages of preparation that we're sending to the government that's going to, we think, provide some reasonable avenues in which the government can both secure the authenticity and effectiveness of medicines from proper sources, but are also at a very cost-effective rate. The fact of the matter is that a lot of the things that we're trying to do in the name of product security are really just avenues in which big pharma is using to push more expensive drugs.
Further, Dr. Smith confirms his association will depend heavily on cannabis dispensers to closely monitor all 122 of the country's pharmacies.
I think the smaller ones are going to be easy to monitor because there's less traffic coming in, there's less space to look at, there's an easier space to secure. The actual setups of how this is going to happen again is going to occur once the ministry, along with the authority, starts to put in the regulations for how this whole process is going to be driven out. One of the things that we're happy that the government has done is they've said to us as an association that we're going to be able to sit to the table and help them craft these things.
We still have more news to come, but Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports. Ama?
Coming up in sports, Bahamas moving up 3 spots in the FIBA rankings, and we hear from members of the Bahamas Chess Federation's youth team that recently competed in El Salvador. Details of those stories and more coming up in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Video need to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I right here on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
The government of the Bahamas, in conjunction with the Gaming Board, the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Let's Swim Bahamas, the Bahamas Aquatics Federation, and the Fox Foundation held the groundbreaking ceremony of the first public high school swimming pool in the Pools in the Schools initiative at the government high school. Dignitaries bringing remarks included Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, Minister of Education, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, and Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg. While sponsors, Mr. Adrian Fox of the Fox Foundation and Mr. Algernon Cargo, President of the Bahamas Aquatics Foundation, also brought remarks.
This initiative is a declaration of our commitment to the safety, health, and empowerment of our children. The call to action for this program came from some unsettling reality. We are advised that nearly 95% of Bahamians lack basic swimming skills in a nation embraced by ocean waters.
Well, we know that in our public schools, we have incredible sporting talent. And we are going to see very, very soon in swimming what our young people can do.
A day that will provide opportunities and life skills for the young people within the government high school and the surrounding communities.
I'm Calabar for Ed Talk.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Where there's a need, one corporate sponsor is willing to dig deep to help, and even if it means out of its employees' own pockets. Inspired by the work of Transitional Alternative Program for Students, or TAPS, a school dedicated to helping young women develop healthy coping skills and address behavioral challenges, Atlantis team members got together to fill a need.
In speaking to the principal, Cora Ching Hannah, she told us of a need for uniforms for the girls, and they will have uniforms for the first time. We collected and we were able to make a uniform donation today, as well as a gift certificate to Bookworld and Stationers.
The employees came together and decided that they would make someone's day by pooling their resources to help the young ladies at top school.
We decided this year that we needed to be able to have an identity, be able to have school pride. For the past 15 years, TAPS never had a uniform. I never anticipated for us to actually be able to get this much help from Atlantis staff, whereas they are willing to partner with us.
And in keeping with this, in the spirit of giving, one Bahamian college student getting the opportunity of a lifetime to continue her academic dream. Diane Dorset has the story.
If at first you don't succeed, try again, yes.
For many students, the path to higher education is filled with challenges, not least of which are financial burdens. But on Thursday, the burden eased for University of Central Florida accounting major Ashleen Elazar, who was awarded a scholarship to help her continue on her journey towards her professional dreams.
My goals for the next few years is to get to achieve my bachelor's degree, and then after that, I will be on the path to get my CPA licensure as well, and then I'd say start in my career field, because that's what I'm like gaining, that becoming that big accountant.
The scholarship, awarded by CG Atlantic, is the fourth of its kind and is given every 2 years. Ashleen received a $25,000 per year scholarship for 2 years, and it marks the culmination of years of hard work and determination.
Push yourself. You don't get it today, you don't get it tomorrow. Keep pushing yourself. What's for you will always be for you.
This scholarship not only alleviates financial strain, but also inspires students to continue striving for excellence, knowing their community believes in them.
What stood out about Ashleen was her drive and her resilience. She would have encountered a few obstacles along the way, but she was not deterred in her goal to become an accountant. And her story, it just embodied, the values that she embodies is something that we'd like to see in our workforce, in our employees.
CG Atlantic has been serving the community for over 20 years, and this year was no different. Ashleen Elazar received $50,000 in funding, which adds to the total $200,000 awarded over the years. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Well, understanding finances and the benefits of saving and investing early, the lessons a local entrepreneur wants the public to learn, and particularly young people. Founder and CEO of Okoff Securities Limited says he wants to inspire a paradigm shift to Bahamians can generate financial wealth. To do so, he's hosting a free virtual financial workshop tackling the fundamentals of investing, wealth building strategies, and other key areas of money management.
Like the average kid growing up in a house, even, the generation above me as well, we've never had a money conversation with our parents at the table, so we don't understand a lot to do with money, and we don't understand how important it is. Nor do we really know and understand inflation in our environments, how, the outside economies affect our environments as well. We just know that prices go higher, and we're not, in most cases, feel as if we do not have enough resources in our environment or get paid enough in our environments to keep up with the constant inflation, but we don't understand it. We don't understand the money aspect of things, or understand why we should be buying back time in our future. And we don't understand the importance of how money is changing so much that if you don't understand it, how it will affect you in your future as well.
The financial guru wants people to begin investing earlier, adding that the series set for this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. will also address understanding your retirement plan.
Because that's also a big complaint that I've seen recently, that when people talk to me, which is like they have different retirement plans, whether it's defined contribution or it's this and that, but they don't necessarily understand what those things are or how you know, what structures their employers put together, how they actually affect their futures and their retirement side of things. And then we're gonna do something on relationships as well. Like, you know, if you're in a relationship or whatever it may be, how can you maximize your relationship to then make sure that you're making proper investments in your relationship to maximize your financial relationship in your own relationships, and not just girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever it may be, but more or less even as friendships as well, like syndications and groups of friends and everything like that. So that's a big focus for me.
You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service, we do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Make this year your best year yet. Education is the key to success, and the University of the West Indies Global Campus Bahamas is your partner in success. Take a course that increases your value in a matter of weeks, or get that degree you've been dreaming of with convenient online learning. Visit us at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas, call 323-6593, or WhatsApp 456-6687 today.
Blessings gonna find me.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Save big at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kellogg's Giant Size cereals, assorted 24-ounce, $7.39. Carnation Evaporated Milk, 13.9 ounces, $1.49. Vitamalt Classic Tonic, 10.5 to 12 ounces, $1.19. Boneless pork chops or roast, $2.79 per pound. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Case price, $53.99. August is an awesome month to save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
An emotional day as the more than 420 team members at the Sandals Emerald Bay property in Exuma bid a fond farewell to their final guest as the property closes its doors ahead of work getting underway to transform it into a beaches resort. Jeremy Mutton, the resort's general manager for its entire 14-year run in Exuma, calls it a bittersweet occasion and reflects on the significant impact Sandals has had on Exuma's economy.
Over the years, I would say about 40% of the passengers flying into Exuma have been coming to Sandals. So 60% would have been on other places on the island, on the Keys. But clearly, Sandals has been the driver for those major airlines flying in. And inevitably, with the closure of our resort, inevitably there is going to be a drop-off in terms of the international airlift, which is why it's very important for us as a company that we move quickly in terms of getting actually the project started. It's in everyone's interests to really work on this very expeditiously, as I
Well, another reassurance to Eleuthera residents from Member of Parliament for Central and South Eleuthera and Minister responsible for Family Island Affairs, the Honourable Clay Sweetie, that collective efforts are being made to rectify water, light and internet issues.
We visited Monday to Harbour Island. There are 2 engines that's been purchased since 2019.
that hasn't been utilized as of yet. I could add generation capacity there. The parts should be there within the next 2 to 3 weeks to add capacity there. I mean, these are issues that are frustrating for residents in Harbor Island and people in Eleuthera, but the government realizes, the ministers responsible realize that it needs to get done, and they're putting all efforts, all resources behind it. The Prime Minister's mandated that it is fixed as quick as possible.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. Well, Ernesto continues to strengthen, even though it will not have a direct impact on us. We anticipate some heavy sea swells from that system will impact the beachgoers and boaters right through the weekend. So we're asking you to exercise some caution. The details coming up later in the newscast. But right now, we're under partly cloudy skies, temperature 85 degrees, relative humidity at 73%. We have north-northwest winds at 5 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,013.3 millibars. That's 29.92 inches. And the temperatures around the island this evening: 84 degrees in Marshall, Abaco, Green, Torquay, and Freeport at 83, 84 also in the Berry Islands and Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island 85 degrees, Rocktown and Eleuthera 86, 81 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Kemps Bay, South Andros, Black Point, Exuma at 87, Alistown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rimkey. They register in 86 degrees. Picking up some 87s in Ragged Island, Clarence-Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megawana, 85 degrees, 88 in Acklands, Matthewtown, Unago, 87, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by a live business where you're always protected during the worst storms. Now, in the northwestern islands, tonight, right through Friday, those winds are going to be northeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, with some very large swells all the way up to about 13 feet. Low tide, that will occur at 11:34 tonight, but another low tide at 11:21 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern parts of our country through Friday. Winds northwest to north at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights also 2 to 4 feet, with those large swells up to 13 feet. And as we go into Saturday in the northwestern islands, the winds stay out of the north at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide 6:11 in the morning, low tide at 12:28 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, the winds, they're going to fall off light and variable. And under light and variable conditions, you usually have flat seas, but again, those swells generated by Ernesto will continue to cause some serious concerns for boaters and swimmers. So we're asking them to exercise extreme caution during the weekend. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
But I'm going down to Nassau town. I'm gonna live the life of Charlie Brown. I'm gonna dance, flirt, laugh, and clown. I'm gonna get up, eat, and then lay back down. One of these mornings, it won't be long. Matilda gonna look for me, but I'll be gone.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. To stay tuned. Extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It's a diesel. Diesel. One word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read. That's all you have to do.
Celebrate Independence the BK way with our new Independence King Combo. Enjoy a flame-grilled beef patty topped with savory bacon, arugula, crisp onion rings, and our special tropical sauce on a brioche bun. Served with fries and a drink for a flavor sensation fit to celebrate every year. Top off the Independence celebrations with our new guava sundae or frozen guava lemonade. Our Independence King Combo and treats are available for a limited time in Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with a variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your Thursday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports and basketball news. After an impressive stretch over the past 2 years, Bahamas men's national basketball team moving up 3 spots in the FIBA basketball rankings. Bahamas jumping from number 57 to number 54. And many on social media have been vocal, feeling the 242 should have been moved up even further. Nonetheless, 2024 was a banner year for the Bahamas Basketball Federation as it fell just 1 game short of qualifying for the 2024 Olympics. Bahamas, of course, losing to Spain in the final of the FIBA Olympic qualifiers 86-78. Bahamas, along its Olympic quest, defeated 4 top 20 teams, including Argentina twice, Poland, Puerto Rico, and Finland. Still on hoops, the Bahamas Basketball Federation's Summer of Thunder tournament wrapping up over at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium. Our intern Swanson Gibson was there and gives us a look at the highlights as Raw Talent Elite would take on Southern University.
The Bahamas Basketball Federation recently wrapped up their Summer of Thunder series at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Battling in this finale would be the Southern University Jaguars and the Bahamas' Raw Talent Elite. It was a slow start for both teams as they struggled to find their offensive rhythm. Michael Jacobs getting things started for the Jaguars, nailing a contested jumper at the top of the key. On the opposite end, Von Hutchison finds Garvin Clark Jr. in the corner for a wide-open 3, keeping Raw Talent in the game. After a missed shot by the Jags, both teams fighting for the loose ball, with Hutchinson recovering and dishing it to Jeff Francis for the easy layup. Midway through the second half, the Jags would grow their lead, courtesy of a 3-pointer by Jordan Johnson. Jacobs again with the rock, penetrating and finishing the contested lay-in. Jags trying to put the nail in the coffin. Johnson misses the 3, but Puoch the ball rebounds and puts it back in as the Southern University Jaguars beat Raw Talent 82-63. Jordan Johnson had a game-high 20 points and had this to say.
We don't really have a strategy, we just follow the principles we always play by. Play hard, play smart, play tough, play together. This is my first time playing out the country, but it was a lot of fun time. Had some fun time with my teammates, but it was a good experience. Had fun.
Coach Kevin Johnson shared his perspective on the Summer of Thunder.
I'll tell you, it's been a really, really good trip for us. This was the most challenging game. It was very physical, very close, and the talent level was really high in that last game. So I was impressed with the talent in that last game. I think the teams we played earlier seemed to be a little bit younger than our age group. This has been a great trip, fantastic trip, and we appreciate the Bahamian basketball hospitality.
Well,
Well, every time I've been a part of one of these trips, it's always propelled us to really a good season. We have a chance to come over here and bond and play actually these games, which are extra in relation to our regular season games. So I think it's going to be like rocket fuel going into the season.
The Jags looking to maintain this effort in the fall. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
The pool, the Bahamas Aquatics Goodwill Games team settling in over in St. Lucia as the event is set to take place this weekend. The 60-member team heads into competition as the defending champions. The team is coached by Dwayne Davis Jr. and he's assisted by Kadisha Culmer and Kristen Farrington. A total of 300 swimmers from across 10 countries are expected to compete at this year's games. And in chess news, the Bahamas junior chess team returning home from the CAC Youth Chess Festival over in El Salvador. An historic occasion as it marked the largest ever delegation the Bahamas Chess Federation has sent to an international youth chess competition. ZNS Total Sports team caught up with a few of them to talk about the experience.
Experience in El Salvador was one that I've never had before because we've never really been able to go to such big tournaments and play against such great players, but I believe that it's a great experience and that it'll be able to help us and the entire team for any other tournaments or events we go to in the future.
It was a really surreal experience. You get to see so many people playing chess at such a high level, get to interact with teammates, improve your skill. It really was a good experience, and I have to thank the Bahamas Chess Federation for giving me this opportunity.
It was really hard and really fun. I think I learned a lot, and it helped me to be better in my game, and I learned a lot of different new skills.
And that's a look at your sports on this Thursday. A check on weather, then we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
There's a helpful place. Everything you need under one roof. From electrical, paint, plumbing, outdoor, barbecue, automotive, lawn and garden, pet supplies, houseware, and seasons. Hurricane season is now here. So for all your hurricane needs, we have a 25% off bargain zone.
Hey, thanks. I would have given more stuff, but I didn't bring my money. I thought this was a club, and I thought everything was free. Finally know what it is now. Ace.
We're located on St. Albans Drive, West Bay Street. Open Monday to Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed for lunch 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, Ernesto now some 450 miles to the south-southwest of Bermuda. It's moving towards the north at 13 miles per hour. Maximum sustained wind has increased to 90 miles per hour as it continues that trek, and we expect that to reach Bermuda sometime on Saturday. And satellite pictures, well, it's showing that broad area of showers and thunderstorms associated with Ernesto just to the east of the Bahamas. As we said, no direct impact from this system, but certainly those large sea swells will be impacted. Well, they are impacting the Turks and Caicos Islands, the southeast Bahamas as we speak. That will gradually spread into the central Bahamas tonight and eventually get it into the northwest Bahamas by tomorrow. And we expect those to get all the way up to about 13 feet at time as that system continues to trek towards the north. And our forecast for tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions, still very warm with a couple of showers in the mix, and they will be isolated. 81 degrees for your low temperature tomorrow. Some clouds, some sun, then turning cloudy in the afternoon with a stray thunderstorm possible. High temperature tomorrow, 86 degrees, and your extended weather forecast say for those stray showers tomorrow. Saturday looked quite nice with lots of sunshine in the forecast. Sunday a little bit iffy. We're going to have some mixed bag of clouds and sunshine, but in the afternoon we expect some showers to develop as well, and that will carry over into Monday before we see some more clearing on Tuesday. And then come Wednesday, look what happens again. Skies begin to gray up with scattered showers and thunderstorms returning to the forecast area, and those temperatures getting back into the 90s as of the middle of next week. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, we wish a happy birthday to our dimpled cameraman, Victor. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. No one covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
During the calm before the storm.
Life-threatening storm surge and winds in the northwestern Bahamas.
2019, Freeport, Grand Bahama. Praying for the best.
And in the wake of the devastation. We've hosted countless shows. We've interviewed numerous individuals. We've covered every angle and shared everyone's stories.
The whole roof came off.
Now, 5 years after Hurricane Dorian, we are telling our story.
We need to move now. Let's go now.
You can see we make it out of the hurricane.
I wasn't imagining this.
I was scared. I didn't know if I was scared or coming crying.
This was a storm like no other.
Join us for a Hurricane Dorian special as we take you into the eye of the newsroom. See what we endured behind the scenes during our relentless 72-hour live coverage from before and after the deadliest storm in our nation's history.
Outside is actually flooded.
This is more than a documentary. It's our journey, a testament to our dedication and our commitment to you. Airing September 1st on the only station that kept you informed during the worst storm in the history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is the eye of the newsroom.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
What you see on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community, such as local content, news, current affairs, and programs for children, advertising, including political advertisements and the responsibilities associated with broadcasting in the Bahamas. The code also covers aspects such as access services for the hearing and visually impaired and the procedure for lodging a complaint about anything broadcasted by this television station. The code is available on IRCA's website at www.ircabahamas.bs. To receive a copy of the code by mail or in person, you may telephone IRCA at 242-393-0234. Family Island dialing is toll-free at 242-300-8722. Or you may send a request by email to info@ircabahamas.bs.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy. And I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
Cousin of mine who was the leader of one of the biggest gangs in this country during the early 90s. The gang that he was a part of tried to recruit all of us. If you're not strong, you can fall prey to that environment. I did not join because I was kept involved in positive activities. I saw what worked, what didn't work, and I just was able to utilize all of the gifts and talents over the years to impact young persons' lives throughout our nation. I realized every single individual has the freedom to choose. But if you choose light, these are the benefits. If you choose darkness, these are the results of your choice. I've seen music bring young persons from gangs through a trumpet, through a clarinet, through a drum, all because of the power of music. Conflict will come, circumstances will come. We just have to be consistent, dedicated, and committed with our young persons. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Top dog of the new school king. I don't do the gaga or the goo-goo ting. It's your boy Bimini, and yeah, boy.